The Initiates, we back. We are the #1 spiritual podcast on the internet. Align your chakras, gain some knowledge, make more dollars. You are now tuned into Scholars. Join the Discord, be a part of the conversation. The Initiates podcast and the Initiates Nation. Roll up your favorite pack and your best libation. Take some notes or go deep into meditation. The time we share is soul creations. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what's goody?
Peace of the tribe.
Yeah, part.
That's really good. Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. No,
Yeah.
y'all not used to seeing us that quick.
That part. What's good with it? Back to back on them.
Back to back on them. What's really good? Trying to see what's good for Moon Day.
Man, you know, these streets been asking for a moon day. Y'all was rapping before, and I was like, before y'all go deep down into y'all rabbit holes, let's go live.
Mhm.
So y'all could kick back to what y'all was kicking on, in reference to you said
Yeah, we was talking about Libra Moon, right?
waning crescent.
Yeah, waning crescent, Libra Moon, and Serp had asked, "What's the energy?" And I said, clearing through the fog, because we also entering a Sun, a Scorpio. So I was just talking about the symbology of Libra, right? Because with Libra Moon, we gotta walk to a place of centeredness or be centered, right? Because isn't the woman holding the scales and the sword, she's blindfolded, right? So technically she can't see. So the only way she sees is inwardly, right? Especially if she's monitoring the scales. So for
She only sees with her third eye. She has to use her third eye.
Right. So for these scales to be balanced, she's balanced herself.
Yeah, she can't necessarily balance the current energy without being balanced herself. And what I was saying was the reason why I think she's blindfolded is because she the weight of the scale and the other thing that she's holding is too much weight for her to uncover her eyes. So she got to do the Jedi mind trick.
So yeah, I'm just trying to find this bitch. I don't mean to call you a bitch. My bad. I did that shit to be coming out. No, but Goddess Fortune, or Goddess Fortuna. It's like it's different goddesses that's blindfolded, right?
Mhm.
And it's like it's representing justice, like justice is blind, but then it's all like ripoffs of Anubis, right?
Mhm.
That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Where Anubis tells you to keep your heart as light as a feather,
Mhm.
right? But we talking 2025 and normal human beings. You not about to find that energy no more.
Mm-mm.
You better exemplify it. You
Mhm.
can't. You ain't finding it. I mean, what you think? I don't know. I just
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah.
Niggas just heavy hearted around this bitch. I'm just putting it out
Nah,
there.
we keeping with the same tone that we started yesterday, and like you so eloquently expressed yesterday when you said we are in a morality split as as a people, as a society, and yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that um whenever we speak about these energies, especially if we're speaking about anything that's on the side of virtue, yeah, like you got to exemplify that. You can't call for other people to do that no more because we're past that point, where people actually have um evidence of virtuous leanings or virtuous expression. Like that shit just doesn't exist. So the idea of someone believing that their heart is lighter than a feather, yeah, please show me that person.
Yeah, because we need to talk. Because these niggas is like weird about shit nowadays. They like, yo, well, you said that one shit the other time, man. That really affected me, bro.
Niggas is
You
bringing
got
up
to,
old shit.
yeah, like from 4 months ago, a video I ain't even I forgot I even did. Yo, you know that shit you did back in 2022, bro. Still pissed off about that shit, bro. You're like, yo, come on, man.
Do you have people in your life that you know for a fact don't mess with you for some shit that you said or did like eons ago? Like, do you
A
still
hundred,
have
a
those people?
hundred, 100%. I don't have them, but yeah, for sure. My whole life is, I like you, and because me, I feel like I got some form of autism where I just got to tell you the truth at a
Uh-huh,
certain
uh-huh,
point.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
And so people that rub the people in real life, like people that I fuck with on a day-to-day basis, like how I live in truth,
Yeah.
it's not about it's people that don't like me for real. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like,
Hmm.
and I'm cool with it. Like it just like I don't fuck with people and people don't fuck with me. That's how I be really wanting it for real.
Hmm.
To a certain degree, not with everybody, but motherfuckers who ain't that's just you hate me, but you want me around, that make me feel weird. So I
Yeah,
just be like,
yeah. That energy is
like,
super weird.
like I just don't like that type shit. So I just more like I have my shit really programmed at a spiritual level.
Mhm.
Like,
Well, you could pick
and
up on those signs beforehand.
I just don't need nobody for shit because I really understand these motherfucking metaphysical principles. So it's like a lot of motherfuckers that I know fuck with motherfuckers for money. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like
Hmm.
they like need them and like weird shit. Like the motherfucker be leeching off of people a lot of times in relation. Like I be noticing that shit. I just ain't that type of way. Because if you need somebody, right, financially, part of that is like I gotta put up with your bullshit.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's parents and family members and shit. Like, yeah, I never been that type of dude.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I never been that type of with no I bar none with that. I've been I will go outside. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I will leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I
don't
will exit stage left
I
immediately.
will go, you know what I mean? But yeah, so like yeah, I but more or less like I just understand I'm on a spinning rock. So I'm not about to take shit seriously to the point where it's affecting me to that level. Like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like you gotta work very hard to create your own
Mm.
world, your own kingdom, because you picking up other people's vibrations and energies.
yeah. That's a
That
fact.
weighs on your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm. You ever feel heavy around your shit and don't know why? That's why.
Mhm.
somebody else is there. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like in the dredges, like come with me, Hail Mary. Like
Hmm.
Tupac is that true? Like what? Like yeah, duh. It's crazy. People, bro. It's like
And
it.
I was talking about that energy with little bro before you came on, and I was saying to him that the scales for the current time seems to be a time when you balance out the time and space that you create to show up for other people. because there is going to come a time in which you are going to stop and look up, and you are going to be wanting a particular level of acknowledgement, or at least um somebody to create that same space for you. And that doesn't necessarily happen, especially not for spiritual people who make it their business to show up for other people. So what I was saying to him was, this time calls for the individual to make sure that they're showing up for themselves, because when you go to look outward for people to acknowledge how much you show up for them, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to receive that. Like, you're not gonna get that in return. So it will behoove the initiate, the spiritualist, the occultist to create that space so you can give that to yourself. So therefore, you're not looking for it outwardly.
I agree. I mean, it's like, and that's what I was going to say. Like that inner balance in how you approach and deal with other people is extremely key and crucial, because people is not going to change, or a lot of
Mhm.
times they just not. So it's like you predicating your balance on people doing a certain thing, you don't have balance, because the word, like it take a lot to like get out of your own way.
Mhm.
It
You
Mhm.
know,
do, because people around you will be telling you, and you taking things personal, especially you not dealing with the things inside you gonna hear shit and you not gonna like it.
Yeah, and that shadow is going to preclude the fact that it's going to show up somewhere, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to show up with those same people. Like, it'll be like night and day with you. One minute you are so willing and available to do X, Y, and Z. The next minute you're gonna be like, "Well, get that shit yourself." You know what I'm saying? Like, well,
Mhm.
no, I think you could do that shit yourself today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's what.
that's that shadow that doesn't like the fact that it hasn't been acknowledged. So,
Yeah, I mean, you can even see it in the chart within the transit of Moon square Jupiter, right? Because when we think of squares, there's always a tension, right? Things that's going to be causing actions and reactives dealing with emotions. So it's just like within this area, taking on too much, doing so, you just gonna be doing so much, bro. No is probably gonna be your best answer for a lot of shit.
hmm
Because you being centered, you gonna know what you truly need to do. So it's like sometimes you gotta be a no.
sometimes you got to be an asshole,
Yeah, I
man.
was just saying.
Sometimes you got to be an asshole, and you got to be fine with being an asshole, bro.
if you look at the tarot card, there's love and peace, and it's like if you think about your peace, your peace, the way that the cards are set up, that's why I think the system is so genius. A natural square to love, a natural square is love and peace. Like it's always tension in reference to love and peace. And if you don't
hmm
understand that, you gonna be good. Imagine niggas thinking that they supposed to, their relationship supposed to be crystal clear, love
hmm
boat fantasies.
Mhm.
hmm
Listen to the squares associated with the first deacon of those particular signs: love, peace, change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's the opposite of love? Hate. Like shit. Thin line
The
too.
hardest thing to do in a relationship is to realize, there are particular areas within this that I need and I probably should change about
mm,
self. And then also recognizing places and parts where your partner should absolutely fucking change. But it's the ability to be able to communicate that, and to be able to communicate it not in a way that is demonstrative. or not in a way that is conflicting with the current dynamic between you and your partner.
Let me
Like,
add. Let me add to that. Grow the fuck up.
mhm,
Right?
1000%.
Being mature and leveling the fuck up in reference to, all right, you love somebody. How do you show that love? Like,
Hmm.
how do you love the balance within that other person?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you show up for that person's balance?
Mhm.
Like, or do you show up for that person like, I don't know what her balance is or his balance is, or I don't give a fuck what his
Hmm.
or her balance is. Think about that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know what's crazy too, Hood? And it's like if they, let's say they care, they ain't finna ask you. They finna ask Brandy, Sally, all these other motherfuckers. Like, what should I do for this person?
And it's your heart. And these
Hmm.
bitches don't even know your heart. And your girl
Hmm.
not gonna ask you about your heart.
At
And
all.
10 times out of 10, like you could be a man and so petrified to not even want to lose or rock the boat that you're not even asking what she want. You just assuming what she want, or you so caught up into what you doing as protector, quote unquote provider, that it might be something completely outside of the ballpark reference that you're not showing up for because
Hmm.
you don't we don't personalize and humanize people no more. And I think when you look at this square, it's easy to show up. And back to what you were saying, Ra, the changes that a motherfucker going to make with this particular square is going to show up. Now the tension is if you don't accept the challenge that life is
Hmm.
presenting you.
That's the resistance. Yep. Yep.
But if you understand it to be the grow up pill, right? The red pill, you know what I mean?
You absolutely fight it less.
It's easier to bear if you know what it is versus and I was just fucking around with this shit. This shit screen looked like a pill.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, fuck. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that uh the level in which you decide to participate and to show up for people is absolutely predicated upon what a person believes they're supposed to be getting out of the situation. And I think um because that exists, like this level of so-called reciprocity where I do what I'm supposed to do, so you have to do what you're supposed to do for me type shit. I think that when it's not received, I think that when it's not properly fleshed out and communicated, I think that that ends up being the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. Like you get to a place where you realize I only like this person up until they don't do what I need them to do, and vice versa. Right. And now we have to have a real conversation about what this love actually is.
Mm. It's tension when the shit is fake. I say that. But if the shit
Hmm.
is real, if the shit is real, it's easy because associated with the square between like Pluto, Jupiter, and the moon, you have a grand trine between Jupiter, Neptune, and the sun. And it's like understanding like the different it just depends on the type of people that you fuck with. Cause like what we were saying earlier, choosing people is like that's some sketchy ass shit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like
Hmm.
that's not an easy game to play. But just say for instance you so happen and really I would go harken back to what we first talked about cornucopia, where I think as I'm thinking about it, or Lady Fortuna or Anubis, the
Mhm.
best way to deal with this shit is to not look at it, be blind.
Hmm. 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 That's what I was saying to AD earlier. Like if you bring yourself to a place where you're starting to gauge and count, you know, what it is that you're getting in return versus what it is that you're putting out. Like, yeah, that you already lost that battle. But if you're not looking for it, if you're not looking for a particular level of acknowledgement, or if you're not um if that thing doesn't make the difference and whatever it is that you're doing, then you do have the ability to not look at it, right? Because if you look at it and you judge it while it's going on, hell yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way because you're never gonna feel justified in getting what it is that you're putting out. You never will.
Mhm.
I saw this quote and it said, trust that idea that God gave you for that business. Just do the work and the people will come. When you worry about the other shit, I'm doing this, I don't see people, I don't see my friends, like motherfuckers who believe in the work and the mustard seed, they keep showing up.
And spirit has a way of acknowledging your work. So like if it's about what you can receive in material things, right, then you probably shouldn't be doing that thing anyway.
Yeah, I would but because I think when you looking at it like that, that's I mean, what I've been doing when I've been driving, I've been watching these fucking body cam videos. This shit's
Hmm.
fucking crazy. Like people out here in real life, dog, this shit is fucking nuts, right?
Hmm.
Um, and I'm just like, you can't be out here fucking around in these streets because
Hmm.
that shit dangerous as hell.
Mm.
You can't play that game. So I'm like, the best thing in town is really cultivating peace within yourself and really understanding these particular keys and codes because the way that is laid out, moving into a new moon, just preparing you for like new energy, like you can manifest a if you want a girl or a guy, like you could like what I'm saying is you could tune into the cosmic rays. It's not hard. It's internal. But I'm saying that it's not being taught, it's not being conveyed. I feel people very desperate and desperate times call for desperate measures a lot of times, especially in this world. So it's a lot of times it's like y'all just be talking about shit, but it's like I mean, yeah, but for real, like understanding this shit intimately, you could bring things into existence.
Hmm. Hmm. If those so-called purported teachers and scholars, if they actually gave you practical application, practical steps that you could utilize in order to um, become one with your divinity. I think that we would be so much farther along than we are right now. I think the problem is just like you said, Hood, like the majority of people that are teaching you anything, or at least attempting to try and purport like they're teaching you anything. 9 times out of 10, they just want something out of your purse. And unfortunately, we're at this place where um, if a person isn't giving you practical application immediately with the knowledge that they're so-called transferring or translating to you, then you should know that they're on bullshit.
Mhm.
And 9 times out of 10, most of the people that you see online talking about these things are on bullshit because it's never been about the betterment of the people. It's about how can I get the most popular so I can make the most money and I can move on to my next thing in my life. Like it's never been about the the betterment of the people, and I think that that's the biggest issue.
Right. Like to add to that, like think about Terrell, right? You know, back then it was used as a game, and then the people beneath that saw it as a cult divinatory practice. Today is used as fortune scam for clout. But on a deeper level, people are using it to improve their psychosis and their spiritual life. So it's like you got to see through that shit, but it's something that just takes time to be taught. Something that you have to build within yourself to see with your eye. Because in this shit, you get scammed so bad, bro.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Scam. Get as much as you can. Everybody for themselves.
That's how it always was too. I remember getting tarot readings back in the day, and the bitch would be like, "I feel like it's some dark forces on you. If you pay $300, we'll do a bubble crystal cleanse, and all those dark forces will be." I'm like, "What the fuck is a bubble
A,
crystal
a bubble
cleanse?"
crystal cleanse.
Yeah,
What?
dog, a bubble crystal cleanse. I'm like, dog, I'm not paying you $300. I was just trying to see if he was real or not. I wasn't even. I didn't even. I was. What you mean is dark forces on me? Dark forces on you, bitch. I was not even. I'm not even telling you nothing. I don't even. I don't even want nothing from you. I'm just trying to see if you could tell me something that I like. I don't know. Do magic, bitch. I don't know. I didn't. I didn't know what to expect for
Take them dark ass glasses off and you can see me.
real. Yeah. What are you doing? This is your whole life scamming, motherfucker. I'm just saying the scam has been within the spiritual community for a very long time. Churches are a scam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Think about
people.
it. We went from the spirituality scam to the race scam to back to the spirituality scam. Like the conscious community is crazy.
It's an opportunity for capitalists to make money
Mm-hmm.
off the nature and spirit of the human condition, which is suffering. But it's a good thing that the Vedic and Hindu priests told us that everything is suffering. So
Everything.
when things was comfortable, niggas didn't understand what you meant. When your job was giving you good money and you didn't even feel like you thought money was real and shit. You thought it was backed by gold and shit. You had no idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you get to a point where, oh yeah, everything is suffering. What do I do about it? Well, they've been trying to tell you this shit the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, the spiritualist laughs when he heard a nigga talking about being happy. So, like, it's like, you know, that's why when motherfuckers was happy around Buddha, Buddha didn't give a fuck. He was just like, okay. He's like, okay, just wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it that happiness shit, like, that shit is so fickle, bro.
All
Yeah,
It's
right.
so fucking
How many
fickle.
times have you seen a motherfucking girl be happy she just met a nigga?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
and then what happens all the time? Like, it's like a blind rage. And you like, yo, I thought this was the man of your dreams that made you so happy.
Yeah,
What's going
yeah.
on?
you
How-
think the man
Me
in
and AD was talking about that earlier. They call that the bitches call that love bombing, nigga.
oh my god.
In the beginning, she was love
Oh
bomb.
my
You know what
god.
I'm saying? She
Uh,
was love bomb, right? And the world was super fantastic at that time. And then, you know, the scales evened out, and you got to see the other side of that nigga. Like, after he got the buns, right? Now he like he could do without you, bitch. Like, that nigga don't even give a fuck that you breathing. Like he got the buns already.
psychopath, man.
The fuck?
Psychopath. But the thing of it, if you ever met a guy that knew what it took to get the hoes, chances
Mhm.
are that nigga was crazy as fuck.
Crazy as fuck.
if you ever met a guy that knew exactly what it took to get any girl walking,
Yeah,
that nigga
yeah.
was part psycho, possessed
Hmm.
by a demon. But nobody
Yeah.
ever want to talk about that part.
Nah. That nigga was shot by Cupid as a baby. Like that
Yeah.
nigga,
Straight arrows.
he not playing with a full deck. That nigga, nah. Some niggas don't never be playing with full decks.
Mm-mm.
What you mean by that?
Not them niggas, man. Not them niggas, man. Like, you ever seen a Casanova nigga? Like a real Casanova
Yeah,
type
okay.
nigga? Like, them niggas don't be playing with full decks. The elevator don't go all the way upstairs, bro. It
Mm-mm.
don't.
Mm-mm. They got a little bit of like a duh, like about them.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Like
that boyish fucking
charm.
naivete.
Yeah.
That boyish naivete. Like it's like a little scintilla of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like you low key slow, but you might look good, so you might come across good to the bitches and
And
shit.
then some shit happened where a nigga catch a flat tire and the nigga just like,
He loses
duh,
it. He loses
I don't know. I
it.
never had to do this before.
Yeah. He
You
come
look
back.
at hold on,
You in Texas.
hold on. This when the bitch have a reality check because the nigga literally look at her like, you gonna fix this or you gonna call somebody? And at that point, the bitch it clicked. Like
It clicked.
instantly, it clicked.
Oh
Like,
shit! That's why I got this nigga.
I need to get me a nigga with a little bit of grime to him.
A little bit,
A little
just
bit
a.
of.
Hey, it's crazy how you mentioned that, Hood. What you know about the tire go flat and then she call another nigga?
I don't know nothing about
I
that.
don't know
You never
nothing
been the nigga
about
that's been
that.
called? You never been called?
Yo,
You never been called? Like, yo,
I've been
what's up?
I've been
what do
caught.
you think is worse? What do you think is worse, right? If the tire go flat or something break and she call another nigga to fix it, or there's a bill that need to be paid and you ain't got it, nigga, and she got to call another nigga for it. Which one is worse?
Yeah, that bill.
If she got to call another nigga in your presence for money, nigga, it is over. Like, I listen,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm
listen.
gonna just tell you this. I'm gonna just say this. Questions like that is a number one key indication that I know I'm not as spiritual as I think I am because I got too much pride within my heart to be in any of those situations in real life. I know I'm not healed yet. I know.
Yo, I know I'm not
Heart is not
healed.
light as a feather, bro.
Yo,
It's
Heart is
not.
not light as a
It's
feather.
not. It's not.
it's not, son. It's not.
It's not.
It's not, son. Listen, I think every nigga might think his heart could possibly be as light as a feather until we get the money conversation.
Mm.
That's when everything stops, right? Because we as men, we have been taught to measure ourselves based off of the type of money we have, the type of money we have coming in and going out. Like that is it. Like it's that and probably your dick size. Like pause, right? But those two things, you know what I'm saying? If there are any fucking, if there's anything touching those two things, you know, yeah,
And I will.
your
And I will
healing as a
just.
spiritual man will be tested.
And I will just give you guys an experiment if this ever has happened with y'all, where you've been consciously like doing some accounting in your brain, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of low financially,
Mm-hmm.
and you suggest something to your girl like, you want to go out to eat,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and she might know or not know, and she be like, "Yeah, I want to go out to eat." Yeah, like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
meaning like if you ever proposition your girl to spend money, she never gonna say no.
She never gonna say, nah, we good.
Let's
If
say
your girl do that, if your girl say to you, um, Nah, let's just stay home. We got some good food in the
Oh,
house.
you got
You
a
got a good one,
winner. You
bro.
got a
You got a good
winner.
one, bro. But
That's
if
the
you
test. That's the test. That's the
but if
test right
you
there.
if you rubbing two nickels together, nigga, on the 29th, and them shits is due by the third, and you look at your joint and be like, well, shit, like you ain't took her out in months of Sunday. Like you want to go out to eat tonight. You really didn't want to go, but you low key just want her to say no, and she don't, nigga. Yeah, like Hood said, that's the real test right there. That's the real test right there. If she say no, she don't say. if she still want to go spend bread, and she know bread is tight, nigga.
And I think it's just a natural thing. What my whole point of saying that is that you got pressure that's never going to be talked about.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? Like just in that very small exchange where it's like if you said let's go out to eat every day, your girl would go with you. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? She wouldn't be thinking like, damn, this nigga is spending way too much money us going out. Like let's scale it back. Let me start cooking, you know, and I think in reference to like really knowing how to find women that like really like support you and love you is like when you could just be honest about your finances and she like oh okay, well I'll help you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I showed
Versus
remember I showed Shorty this fake bank account. He ran it up
what
until
you mean?
I showed her that real one, man. She was so mad. Oh, I had to
that
be
was
sure you was down.
that was an epic fail right there, huh? Yeah, nah. I think what you said is spot on, Hood. If you start speaking about any type of money issues with your partner and they don't bat an eye, right? Like
Man, that's some real ass shit right there, man. You gotta be a
that's
soldier.
you
You
got to be
gotta
a
be a
soldier.
soldier, man. Cause
Listen.
if you ever felt that and you probably thought like we about to talk about it and we gonna have a conversation, we gonna go back and forth. But like, hey man, I'm kind of been struggling with the bills.
You already lost. You already lost,
She
nigga.
gonna look
You
at you
going
like,
in. You going invulnerable. You can't go invulnerable, nigga.
Hey, do you think niggas can tell a shorty all that before they beat? Or they gonna tell
No,
her after they beat?
no.
see,
Niggas would.
this is
This is
psychology
good
right
shit.
here.
This is good shit. Niggas would never have money conversations before they hit.
It's only we talking. It's ironic and it's fucked up. We talking like 3 years down the road here. We having
Yeah,
these kind of
yeah,
conversations.
yeah. We talk about after like 36 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about like next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, my motherfucking gas bill short, and I don't know how I want you to come over and cook today. Like, nah, we talking like 28 months in, nigga. Like, nah, you can't do that shit in week 3. The fuck?
I mean, you should, but I
You
mean,
really should. You really should. You should do that shit in week 1. But again, the facade that people create in order to be these specific people while dating, and then when the proverbial facade dissolves within itself, and now like Cinderella's glass slipper broke. You know what I'm saying? When that clock hit 12:01, yeah, when 12:01 hit, and that car don't look as good as it did at night when you picked her up. You know what I'm saying? And every time the waiter D bring that check around, like you low key looking at your bank account under the table and shit. Like, yeah, those are things that need to happen in the beginning, bro. Like, it's okay if you're not that nigga on the first date. You want to know why? Because if you create that facade within her mind, the very first time you not that nigga, like she's never gonna let you live that down. Like she's never gonna let you forget that
Mhm.
because you purported to her like you was that nigga. You don't get to duck your head between your legs now and be like, "Woe was me, nigga. I ain't got it."
It's like that picture with the cat and the two fucking girls at the dinner table. You said you had it like that. I said, bitch, I said I got it when I got it.
For me, I got it for me like that. I don't think a first date should ever be me taking you out like you my girl. First date, you not my girl.
First days, we doing nothing but walks and combos.
No,
First
we can
date,
go out to
Yeah,
eat, but
nah,
bring
I
your
don't know
wallet
about
too.
that.
yeah. That's one of those things where when the check come to the table, nigga,
Nah, it's either bread or buns over
I'm
here.
not grabbing it first. Nah, I'm not grabbing that first. I just want to see if you would even fix your arm, to make the gesture like you was going to at least cover it. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those things are telltale signs. But you're 1000% right, Grease, when you say there's no way in hell you're supposed to be spending that kind of money on a first date or any kind of date in the beginning anyway, because you don't even know if you really like this person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend $300-400 on a date and then don't want to call you tomorrow. Like that don't make
And
sense to
and
me.
that's where niggas go into you spending bread on boxing shit.
And that's where Sips fucked up the game. Because AD, me, you talked about this yesterday, right? Like there's
They
this
were,
thing, there's this thing with men that don't really necessarily look the part, that don't really necessarily got that type of motion when it comes to women that don't really necessarily uh, uh, um would never be considered to be that dude. Like he's not Himothy, right? That dude will spend whatever he can just to get the attention of a woman. So that dude will take a woman out and on the first date drop $500-600. He ain't got nothing else to do with his money, right? So he is not in a space where he could just do this for a huge allotment of women. No. So wherever he gets a chance to do it at, he's gonna do it and he's gonna do it big. He's gonna do it, he's gonna overemphasize the money that he possibly has just because he's working with less, at least mentally and psychologically,
Then be gone tomorrow.
and be gone tomorrow, bro. And you got some
So
of them that are so willing to do it so much so that they don't care if they get thrown away. They're just happy for the experience.
Like I at least where I'm at now, I wouldn't go to King of Diamonds and
Hmm.
throw $1,000 in the air. It
Yeah,
should
like
be
that doesn't
fun, but
even
then I walk out of there feeling sick.
sick, bro. Like
oh
that's
man, just pick that
that's
shit back up,
10
man.
that's 10 hundreds, right? Like that's a lot of bread to just be throwing, bro.
That's cool. Homie like me come with you and pick it up, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, like if I'm your man and you throw that shit in the club, nigga, I'm gonna wait till you leave the room. I'm gonna pick that shit up. Dead ass. Like
And when
this is
you
not the
stress, I'll
kind
be
of
like, man, I still got that one lick you had. Man, I spent it
this
at the
is not
strip
the kind
club.
of
Man, I
world.
picked it up.
Mm-mm.
I picked it up, gang. I knew we was gonna
Mhm.
need it.
yeah, I think y'all speak to like I think a lot of women like the whole thing is like simps and percentage wise of simps is very low percentage of niggas that's even operating like that.
Mhm.
Cause like when you like in adult entertainment, what you start to realize is that niggas is not niggas like when you are a woman that's in adult entertainment and you trying to solicit to men, it's a small percentage of men that you can solicit yourself to because a lot of men is like you trying to put your shit down and niggas like, oh, you a hoe. Oh no, like niggas got like in that industry, you see it like when you trying to make money off of niggas,
Mhm.
it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like not all niggas is like that.
Mhm.
Most niggas like is there like she's trying to buy some pussy. Most niggas is going to undercut you. Look, I got 60. I mean, I know you got. I know you
Mhm.
charging 150. I got 60 though. Most niggas is like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? More
Hence
than
the reason why
you
you told me earlier. Don't most of them got pimps anyway? Because otherwise they would get undercut like he describing, right?
man. These niggas is they run a tight ship. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
facts.
When it comes to 304s, but nobody really talk about that. But but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
most people can't do it. But I just say like I say that to say that's the problem with simps. They create an illusion of a nigga that possibly could do that, and most niggas is not. Most niggas that's trying to buy pussy is only trying to spend $60 to
That's a
$40.
fact. That
Like
part.
buy pussy. You know what I'm saying? So think about the niggas who's not taking you out on a date. It's more niggas that's not doing nothing. Most niggas is trying to come over your like so when you got a girl that's on a dating app. Most niggas date idea, a large percentage of the male population,
Come over to your
date
house.
idea is come over to the crib, nigga.
Hmm. Hmm.
You come over my house or I go over your house. Let alone don't know if this bitch got a baby daddy that's crazy with a gun. Don't know if she got a pit bull.
Don't care
If her
about none of that.
kids don't care about none of that pulling up because it's free sex, and that's what most niggas want. And so when girls, so my point is the simp creates the illusion that a nigga like that even exists, and it ruins the dating market because everybody looking for this unicorn, this rich ass nigga that's just about to drop all his money.
We need to talk about the opposite archetype too. Then what's the opposite? What's the opposite to the male simp that fucks up the market?
I would say the
Shango.
big dick
Yeah, I'm like the
bandits.
Shangos. I'd rather say that instead of that.
Hmm.
That false,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
It's a lot of unhappy bitches right now, all because of big dick bandits. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Shangos, Shangos.
The nigga
Hmm.
came
Hmm.
through,
Hmm.
made her come
But what I
78
was what I was
times.
what I was alluding to though, I was alluding to the Belquis Jezebel spirit.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
You know, the one who just accumulates souls, right? Because we have that woman who would sleep with any one of the guys that we're talking about, just because she gets off on the idea of having had all of them.
Well, I would say this. That's what you dealing with, and when you get with a girl, you got to break that spell. And it's
Hmm.
easy. It's easy to do it because then this is like shit that I've experienced multiple times. I never met a girl that's just like, yeah, I've never even seen a dick, and then I met you, Kyrie, and I fell in love.
It's the greatest dick I've ever seen.
Yeah, I never experienced that. Most of the girls that I ever knew was freaked the fuck out because we all freaked the fuck out to a certain
Facts.
degree.
Facts.
So when you do meet a girl, you gotta literally be like, "Yo, what type of freaky shit is you on?" and break that spell.
Mm.
Because if you don't, you under the assumption that she not a freak. Why? Because she told you she wasn't a freak, but nigga, you
Hmm.
was not with her
Hmm.
in them days. You wasn't
Hmm.
monitoring her with a fucking scope, and she knows that, and she's telling you a bold-faced lie.
It
You know what
starts
I'm
with a
saying?
V. You brought it up yesterday. What's that called again?
Uh,
Vulgar.
It starts with a V. He brought it up yesterday. We was talking about it when I brought up bloodlust. It starts with a V.
it's a Y, Yet Sahara.
Okay, yet Sahara, and that little space, that little area that you're describing, is that the place where niggas niggas lose the plot because it's partially our inability to be able to see her like being dominated by a bunch of other dudes, like because we like her, right? So in that moment, there's no
And that
way.
in that little wiggle
Yeah,
moment
there's
of
no way for us to think that she could be that
your
woman who was
fragile,
getting choked out in the corner, right? Like during a
your,
gangbang. Like, there's no way we can
your
have that
ego.
thought in our mind because she wants
She
us.
likes you. She likes you. So a girl that likes you is not a hoe.
Holy fucking shit. This
A
is
girl
good
that
shit,
likes
bro.
you,
This is good
a,
shit.
a girl that likes you has never sucked a dick before. Never let a nigga bust in her shit. Never did no freaky shit
Never
because she likes
participated in
you.
the gang bang with the football team. Like never.
Nope, because you meditated in the Andes Mountains before
And
under a
and
yogi
because
master.
she's special, right? And because
You're
your
special.
divinity manifested her, right?
God has brought y'all together. God has protected her and shielded her from long cocks.
But Red, I want a sexy red though.
Oh my god! Hold on, hold on. He's put her in a cockless balloon. Oh,
Yeah, like the bubble boy, the bubble girl.
That's hilarious.
This is the male ego. I'm
oh my
telling
god! Oh, oh my god!
you. It's a little small sliver of delusion that we have as men.
Yo,
We're fucking slow, right?
this
And we can't get over it,
this
you
is the
know?
red pill. This is the red pill, yo.
So once you it's like so
Oh
if you
shit!
don't go into the relationship like that and you institute order and structure, your girl know why. Because
What did I say it was earlier, AD? I wish we could all look at the women that we meet without the rose-colored glasses. Didn't I say that before
Mm-hmm.
Hood came on?
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could look at the girls that we meet without rose-colored glasses, bro. And I think somewhere within our psychology, we equate good looking to good people. Somewhere. It's like she's so pretty. There's no way she sucked a dick in a car last week. Like, there's no way, bro. Right? There's no fucking way. She's so fucking pretty. Holy fucking shit.
I think it's funny because I remember when you remember when social media was just pictures
Hmm.
before shit became videos.
And it was just really
And
about likes and stuff.
yeah, yeah. And then once you got the videos, then the era of, OnlyFans start happening and stuff. And I remember like way back, I had for lack of better words, a crush on somebody on social media. And then I
Hmm.
found out they had an OnlyFans. I'm like, what's this? So I got on Reddit. I was like, damn, this is a dirty ass bitch. Immediately, I was like, oh man, you
Oh,
disgusting. Like she wasn't cute anymore. You get what I'm saying? After I seen
Yes.
that, you get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you just
Listen.
like every other bitch. This was like, this probably was like
Listen.
2020. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang. So yeah, to that point, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what people be doing, man.
you don't.
And just to elucidate this point right here.
'Cause sometimes you'll be like, oh man, she seemed like she a chill person. She cool. OnlyFans link in the bio. Dang.
For 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 Moon Day, the homie told me the moon was in Libra. I said the energy was going to be balancing off of the ability to show up for people. We get to a portion in which now the man can maybe take off the glasses and see the woman as she is, as opposed to how we think about her in our mind. I say this is definitely a balancing episode. Like I like this is definitely balancing because niggas, like you got the plot back. Like Now you can look at her, and I'm not saying just think about, penises all around her face, right? But I'm just saying, like,
In
now you
some
can,
cases,
yes, yes. In some cases, maybe you should, but now you can look at her and be like, you know how they say, if you got a problem, you got stage fright, just picture everybody naked. Like now you can just picture her naked for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And not misjudge, you know, which way the fucking curves go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm.
because like I was saying earlier, AD, again, I think pretty privilege prevents them from having to be accountable for a whole heap of shit. And it also prevents us from being able to see them clearly. I think pretty privilege is dual in nature.
I don't believe in pretty privilege because I think when you really get to know a person, that person shows up. So when you pretty and you single, your privilege is not really a privilege when it's like you want to be kept, but it's like when people get to know you, like when you say like the joke is like every bad bitch is some niggas like headache. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm,
man, fuck
mhm,
that bitch. I can't stand her. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? But it's like you don't like it's a I would call it a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Like
okay.
to always be in that particular light and to like did y'all see India Love talking about how she pretty but she like damn I'm getting 30 and I want to have a family now and it's like
Hmm. Hmm.
now somebody actually gotta sustain a relationship with you and that seemed easy in hot in theory, but it seemed like when you especially when you talk about black women, you talk about 25%,
Hmm.
you know, of and but you also saying that 75% that I think would like to be married but does not. So it's like privilege. If I feel like black women are pretty,
Hmm. Hmm. When
but
I when not not go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I'm done.
No, what I was speaking to when I said pretty privilege. I think it's different than what you just described. What I'm talking to is like, you know, how many times has a person taken the hit for a woman? And 9 times out of 10, if they took that hit for her, it was probably based on the type of woman she was to them or something like as fickle as how she looked, basically. So,
Mhm,
like, the way society treats just them, period. Like a small, pretty, soft speaking woman is not going to be necessarily held accountable if she did some fuck shit if she knew how to apologize, right? Or if there was someone bigger there to take it for her. So, like,
mhm,
what I was speaking to is just like the way some of that stuff works out when you go to hold one another accountable, there'll always be a nigga in the room that'll be like, chill, son, that's a female, right?
oh yeah, oh
Like
yeah.
there'll always be that, right?
Mhm,
But on the flip side, it would be something so weird as her being able not being able to have that and then having to be accountable and it turned into something emotional.
mhm.
So I guess I'm just speaking on the diversion that they're able to use because of how good they might or might not look. Because if a big girl did something wrong or was suspected of doing something wrong, like 9 times out of 10, niggas gonna hold her accountable and they're not gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. You get what I'm saying?
I
Like it's not
mean,
gonna be the same.
in my timeline though, I've been seeing big girls, ugly girls, manipulate the same way because their psychology is not them viewing themselves as big or fat or ugly. Their psychology is them thinking that they above fucking 10. and
Hmm.
and then using a way of psychologically getting a nigga to a
Yeah,
level
they do
that
the Jedi mind trick. Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
You do the
saying, like.
Jedi mind trick. Like, you 250 pounds. No, I'm not. I guess you're not. Yeah, like they yeah.
Or make you some food and shit. You be like, damn, this
Yeah,
food
yeah,
good.
yeah. You
And
sound
then,
hungry right now.
and then you blink, and then your pants is off, and you're like, yo, and then you in
Yeah,
a relationship, and
yeah,
you don't even know you just ate some food one day. And
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, it's a way a woman have her ways, is what I'm saying, bro. Like, I
And
think
those are the ways that you pointed out so eloquently to us earlier in the year that you said we don't have the capacity to fight that. Because that's biological, basically what you described. Like a woman's seduction is I don't want to say above reproach, but it kind of is. Like it all depends on who she's seducing, though.
I would say it depends on your level of psychopathy within a psychopath. Don't care about a woman, how she look or
Mm-mm.
nothing like that. He hitting it. But when you
Mhm,
become more mature or more spiritual, you start to have a little bit more discernment about the type of women you want and don't want. But I
mhm.
think a lot of men in a sexual non-awakened era have a level of psychopathy or a level of I'll just take what I can get because
1,000%.
we don't
Yeah,
really
that that
know how to have this
muscle, that
conversation.
muscle, that muscle wasn't necessarily fleshed out by the time. Yeah, for the times that you're talking about, I would say from like 18 to like 30. That's
Yeah,
that muscle is not fleshed out mentally,
and I've
especially
been
not psychologically.
and I've been having or hearing conversations about men talking about like shit. It was hard growing up trying to talk to women and not knowing what to say, and what I'm saying, getting shut down or whatever the case may be. You might have wanted to study or should be a little eccentric, and girls wasn't feeling that, and so you just trying to figure it out with women, and it was harder than what society make it seem like it is. Like niggas is just out here cracking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm,
Where
hmm.
it's not really like
A
that.
lot of
I'm
a
saying?
lot of us, speaking for myself, but a lot of us grow up super awkward around women.
I
Like
know. I know. I did.
I
So
I I grew up in a house full of them, and I was still awkward around them. And it was probably because I was privy to like some of the ways and mannerisms in which they think about men and how they view men. So that made me super awkward around them because I know that they were able to notice things about men that men didn't necessarily notice about themselves. Like I knew that inherently. I knew that. So like I was super awkward around them. Still am to a certain degree. I'm 40 fucking 5. Yeah, chaos beings, bro. They different.
mhm.
What we got for Moon Day?
Y'all ain't talk about the astrology yet?
Oh, that's what we've
Just a
been
little
talking.
bit. We just started. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, what jumps out to me the most is the sun is in the first deacon of Scorpio, right? Yeah, first deacon of Scorpio. It was a 5 of cups and it's conjunct Lilith. And I feel like it's this transit kind of go with what we talking about, you know, the dark hidden goddess or those aspects of shadow that we don't readily understand. Um, Even though it's a trine with Jupiter and Neptune, it feel like a square to me. Is a lot of things that are coming
What's the
up.
difference between the two?
So the trine is more so of a um you flowing with the river,
Okay.
or the wind is at your back. Whereas a square is a lot more tension, it's a lot more resistance. Um with a square like with Jupiter and the moon, it's
Hmm.
more so of a that's where that's tension is resistance, but it's a lot of energy there and it can be reconciled, but it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of attention to do so.
Mhm.
Sounds like one's
But
more free flowing and the other one's more like attention to detail.
right. But I think there's like a deep emotional changes going on. And what I'm looking at specifically is the Sun conjunct Lilith, um, sextile Pluto in the first decan of Capricorn. So you got the Five of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this transit represents the feeling of like giving up, in a sense, being fed up. um,
Enough's enough.
yeah, enough's enough. Also Mars is right over there, and Mars is at home in Scorpio. I think it's a really great time to really um renew yourself in a sense with your energy, your personal energy, um, like reestablishing yourself with yourself, if that makes sense. Um, because we are constantly changing, and I think sometimes the changes that we go through, we don't mentally keep up with it, you know. Um, and like for an example, there's things that used to be comfortable with doing
Hmm.
that you may not feel comfortable with doing anymore, or it may
Hmm.
not have the same um
Reward.
glitter and flair about it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
Just a snake shedding his skin. You know what I'm saying? Like you renew yourself, but still the same person. You just get rid of that dead skin, that dead energy.
Yeah, I want to say Five of Cups deals with like certain level of disappointment.
Hmm.
So to me, I mean, it also looks like having unreconcilable reconcilable. I'm saying that word right. It don't sound right, but unable to reconcile
Reconcilable.
differences. Yeah,
Reconcilable.
differences with
Hmm.
one another. You know what I mean? Whether it's work, at home, your relationship. Um, yeah, but I do want to like point attention to the other side of this triangle where you have Neptune and Jupiter. To me, it just sounds like don't put all your emotions into pleasing someone, because at the end of the day,
Mm.
you can't please someone. We're not
Hmm.
capable of pleasing another person.
Hmm.
Um, you could be happy being around somebody, but at the core of that person, it ain't nothing you can really do to make that person happy. That person will
Hmm.
be happy because they're happy. Um, and I think on the other side is turning back to spirit, turning back to your soul. You got Jupiter in the first deacon of Cancer, which is the Two of Cups, which is love. Um, so you got the modality of expansion dealing with love, but it's not the lover's card love. I feel like the lover's card is more so like relationships because it's difficulties that come with the lover's card.
Hmm.
Whereas, the Two of Cups, it's to me, it's true love. It is like that's that love that you get from, the Most High. That's the love that you get from Spirit. Um, and Neptune is just like amplifying it, the need for that, the need to seek it out. Um, Neptune is at home in Pisces. And I feel like right now, all you got is time. I don't see how you could be living in today's paradigm and not feel exhausted with the world and not, you get what I'm saying? Like I don't care if you don't have a spiritual practice. I feel like with the way things are going with the world, shit, that's all you got.
Hmm.
That's all
Hmm.
you got, because at least for me, nothing is really satisfying as much as, you know, taking mushrooms, going out in nature, journaling, um, getting to know myself at a deeper level every day, you know what I mean? And being thankful for, you know, the times I fell short in life, because it
Hmm.
reminds me of how far I've came. You know what I mean? It
Hmm.
was it was times where shit, man, I was a mess. A real fucking but was holding it together, you know what I mean? And is very, I would say, cathartic to look back at how like some shit really had you tripping, you know, but it don't anymore.
Hmm. That's that's definitely apropos for the visual of the snake shedding the skin, the theme that in which we discussed already being enough is sort of enough energy to go along with not putting so much emphasis into showing up for others more so than self, never more so than self. That actually matters in our ability to even show up in the first place.
Yeah.
Um, I think those energies, like you gave the final synchronicity I needed for the day. Like you gave the final, like that shit was spot on what you said because we was already talking about that prior to you even coming on the live. So, yeah, I uh, I absolutely think like yeah, it's time for you to get in your bag. You probably don't think you got a bag necessarily, or rather, you just don't call it one. But yeah, it's time for you to get in your bag, get rid of the old bag. You can afford to throw it away. And that's the energy. Like get into the modality of a new subset, a new universe, before the year flips, get in that mode before the year actually flips. That way you don't have to get ready to be ready type shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and yeah, like give yourself the permission to let go of that which no longer serves you, i.e., the things you used to do that just don't um give you the same reward anymore, right? Like maybe
Like,
that
okay,
is the signal to try
I got
new
a
shit.
perfect, I got a
Right.
perfect analogy. So at a certain point, in life, I was watching pornography.
Hmm.
Now, if I was to go back and try to watch that shit, I would look so stupid. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like I can't get into it. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
it's not
Hmm.
enjoyable. It's not fun. It
Hmm.
is, and it's not even to say like, oh man, fuck that shit. That shit's wrong. And it's just like it's no place for it no more. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
But you know, you have people that get to that point but try to go further with it. You get what I'm saying? And then
Hmm.
they end up at a point of no return. You know what I mean? Now their
Hmm.
lives are being dominated by some type of lust. You get what I'm saying? Now
Hmm.
they're literally and possessed and dominated by lust. You know what I mean? And this happens with like with drugs. You get what I mean? Like it happens with all kind of things with addiction. You know what I mean? People want to
Hmm.
push it further instead of saying, you know what, I'm done with this part of my life.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it
Hmm.
was fun in my ignorance, but I'm ignorant no more. It's time for me to, to correct things, not, you know what I mean, like go straight Diddy, you know what I mean? Like this porn ain't hitting no more, man. I gotta shit on some bitches now.
Hmm. We were talking about old hood axioms, and the old hood axiom that comes to mind after hearing you talk was, um as when I was a kid, I did childish things,
Yeah.
now as a man, I had to put away the childish things, like they no longer serve me. So like that energy is effervescent, right? Like that energy is always going to be there, but I always would harken back to um laws and spirit. Like you got to maintain some level of childishness with you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you have to be steadfast in doing what's proper, for self, at the same time while still being able to maintain some of that boyish nature within you. Just because like that just adds to the element of the fun that is life, or that could be life. But I digress on that. Like, um, yeah, I think what no longer serves should be done away with. The permission to do so is self-evident, and the reason why is also directly tied to a person's evolution going forward. And so, um, be aware of the shifts in your consciousness, be aware of the differences in your mentalities and how they're changing and progressing. Be aware of the psychology of those around you. Um, make sure that you are in alignment with yours and not necessarily changing yourself for theirs, so to speak.
Ashe. Make sure your cup getting filled.
Sure, man. Feedback.
Y'all brothers got anything else y'all want to talk about?
I feel like we kind of covered it all. Like in reference to what we talking about, we would be saying it 3 more times if we did.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Don't need to hammer home this point. That'll have the opposite effect.
Mm. But yeah, man. I would say bring everything into balance internally so you can really magnetize your life. The only thing that I would add is like it just feels like the Vedic yogis and sages would say to people like, your life is controllable by your energy centers opening up or closing. So what you want to do?
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
going
Hmm.
Hmm.
you going to shut down your life by being mad and frustrated, or you going to change your life by being happy? So it's like the shit that y'all was saying, I kind of feel it. I feel it, but I kind of it's like you can only do that shit for so long, and I felt like I had done that shit for so long
Mm-hmm.
that I just stopped feeling that way. Like fuck it,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna give up, or I just stopped feeling that way. And I just was like, man, I just don't feel that way today. Like I mean, in the past couple of days, I just kind of feel optimistic because I'm just like, even if this whole world blow up, I'm gonna go out having a threesome or some freaky shit. You know, I'm gonna enjoy this shit as it burns. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so it's like that's just where I'm at with it. But that's how I would add.
Yeah, I love the Anubis energy in your tone.
Mm,
Like, absolutely.
Yeah, I was hoping someone uncover that.
Yeah, I think we definitely handled Moon Day. I hope you brothers would look at the dossier I put together for us. I told Hood and AD that the preference would be 3 times a week, and we just coagulate with one another and figure out which 3 days would be perfect for all of us going forward. Like, there's nothing set in stone. That's just a premise idea of what could be. So, um, I say to the ancestors, known and unknown. Um, yeah, see y'all brothers and see the family on the flip side.
peace, tribe.
Peace.
It's the Initiates. We back. We are the #1 spiritual podcast on the internet. Align your chakras, gain some knowledge, make more dollars. You are now tuned into Scholars. Join the Discord. Be a part of the conversation. The Initiates Podcast and the Initiates Nation. Roll up your favorite pack and your best libation. Take some notes or go deep into meditation. The time we share is soul creations.
Enjoy the show.